if you're a vegetarian in Japan, you have to be quite careful in what you're eating. I want to give this advice for you from someone who prefers to eat vegetarian food, but in Japan isn't that picky because I personally enjoy the food. Anyway, if you're vegetarian, first off, you should know that Japanese people don't really understand the concept of being vegetarian. They think vegetarians eat a lot of vegetables, basically. The word vegan is even worse. Vegan is very difficult for them to understand. I don't think they really understand the concept of what an animal product is. This is just from my own experience. Now, there is the word vegetarian, and some places are easier than others. I think if you are in the big cities, it won't be a problem to find vegetarian places. Traditionally speaking, Japanese food simply isn't vegetarian. The main reason I would say is being dashi. Now, if you've never heard of dashi before, dashi is a fish stock. So it's a little powder that is a soup base. Now, I'm going to say all dishes have dashi in them. Not all, but most Japanese dishes will have dashi in them, even if they don't have a soup. You might just add the powder to make like a sauce or something. This is something that's extremely hard to avoid. You really have to turn every product around and scan to see whether there's dashi involved. And you might notice that even dishes that look completely vegetarian are not because of dashi. So if you're vegetarian and you can somehow be lax about that, I would recommend you at least to be okay with dashi. I know that goes against many people's principles, so I'm just saying this is something you have to look out for. Yes, next, what's difficult is it's very hard to customize dishes in Japan. When you order at a restaurant, you do not say, I don't want the onions in that dish. You just order the dish and you will get it the way it is. And Japanese people will eat everything. It's extremely rare to see somebody leaving food aside. The only thing they leave aside is like the decoration, the decorative leaves or something, but they will eat everything. They are raised like this. I taught at kindergarten and I have seen kids being sat down with their teacher to finish their meal, even if they didn't like it. So it's extremely strange for Japanese people when people don't finish their food. This also goes for rice, by the way. So if you get a lot of rice, you should say sorry that you didn't finish your rice. Okay. Now, the easiest thing would be to just cook for yourself. If you are living in an Airbnb, it shouldn't be a problem and you get the fun to explore the supermarket. Very good ingredients in the supermarkets would be tofu, for example. Tofu comes in lots of different styles in Japan and they have it deep fried in different widths or thicknesses, and it's very yummy. You can, for example, grate radish over it and put some sauce on top. That would be really good. But be careful with sauces. A lot of sauces that are mixed will have dashi in them. Okay, so like a noodle sauce definitely will have dashi in them. Any ready-made dressing, chances that dashi is in them is really high. Okay, this is why I'm saying it's just very tiring to avoid it. Yes. Now, one cuisine that is definitely vegetarian is called Shojin Ryori in Koyasan, which is like a Buddhist temple place close to Osaka. This is where the sort of monk food that is fully vegetarian, and Japanese people will often say, you can go to Koyasan to eat vegetarian food. Now, yes, you will not spend your whole vacation in Koyasan or at Koyasan, but it's a good place to have very, very good vegetarian food when you do a temple stay there and you get served food. Now, another thing you can always eat is bread. Bread will not have dashi. Salads often have ham and cheese and things in them, so you have to be careful about this. Anyway, I just wanted to say that you can try Indian restaurants. Indian restaurants should be fine. They will understand the concept of vegetarian. But yes, true, Japanese food is simply not vegetarian. That's why personally I'm a bit more lax in this, but that's my own personal choice. I hope this was helpful. If you're vegan, I honestly don't have much experience with that. I know there's some people probably on YouTube who talk about this, and if you're in a big city, it will be fine for you to find a place. But on the countryside, in the countryside, it might be quite hard. If you do have to explain to a Japanese person that you are vegetarian or vegan, you really have to list the things that you don't eat. So you basically have to say, I don't eat meat, I don't eat fish, I don't eat eggs, I don't eat dairy products. Because they might think, even if you're vegetarian, that you still eat fish. So just be careful of that. Was this video helpful? Give me a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Share it with a friend who might need it. And I really hope you enjoy your trip to Japan, even if it might be a bit harder to find the food that you like. Cheers!